Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, for giving me a spirit to do this lesson. I want to give double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. And this lesson I want to get into today is really about discipline. Alright, because in this world, in this Babylon the Great that we live in, there's a lot of strange philosophies around that's going to influence you to do bad things. Alright, and in the truth, we want to do righteousness to the best of our ability. Alright. And we can't do that without discipline. If you don't discipline yourself to do the righteous things, then you end up, tripping for those strange philosophies. All right. Some strange philosophies are Christmas. Some of them are you doing worldly things, or you're not doing the thing that you need to do. All right. To prevent those things to happen, I'm not going to say you're going to be perfect, but to prevent them to happening, you had to apply discipline in your life. Always force yourself to do the good things. All right. And I got this chapter, and I learned this from GMS. It was a chapter about strange philosophies, are like a fluencing thing. And if you apply discipline, those influence won't affect you that much. You get stronger and stronger over time. All right. So first scripture I want to get into is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandment with thee. All right, keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. All right, so this verse 3 scriptures tendly talking about always think upon the commandments like Yahweh Bashim Shai told you. All right, scripture says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be stability of thy time. All right, and these commandments that the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gave you, it's like a stability for you. It's what you should do righteously. All right, don't be prideful. Make sure you're humble. All right, don't be greedy. Don't be lustful. Don't be a liar. All right, there's other things that Yahweh Bashim Shai commanded you to do. Always try to keep them in your head and try to do them. All right. Verse 4, say unto wisdom. Wisdom just means making good choices. Thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the stranger woman, from the stranger which flatter with her words. And the woman that's talking about here is talking about the strange philosophies. All right, because these strange philosophies have a seductive way in attracting you, a seductive way of influencing you to do bad things. All right. So if you keep wisdom and understanding with you, all right, and discipline yourself to do so, it will keep you away from those strange women, all right, that have a flattering words, those strange philosophies. All right. Verse 6, for at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and behold, among the simple ones I discerned among the youth a young man, void of understanding, passing through the streets near her corner, and he went to the way to her house. All right, so verse 7 is talking about the simple ones that's destroyed for a lack of knowledge, that don't have the wisdom knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, and they passed through the streets, and they got seduced by these flattery things, these strange philosophies. All right, they got hooked by it. In the twilight, if going to verse 9, it says, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with a terrier of an harlot and a subtle of heart. Talking about a strange philosophy. All right, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abided not in her house. Now is she without now in the streets, and lieth in wait in every corner. Meaning that these strange philosophies are all over the place. All right, everywhere you walk, there's gonna be wicked things around you. So how to combat that? You have to apply discipline, forcing yourself to do the righteous thing. All right, don't try to be comfortable in this road. Scripture says in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. All right, but continuing on, verse 13 says, so she caught him. So this is what happens if you rest. If you do rest and you be comfortable, you get caught by the philosophy, by the strange deceits. And kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offering with me. This day have I played my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and have found thee. I have decked my bed with covering and tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfume my bed with mirth and olives the cinnamon. All right, so she's being seductive to the people that don't have the knowledge, that's destroyed with the lack of knowledge, that's destroyed with the wisdom and knowledge. All right, so she's being like, the philosophies are being like, how can I say it, in an influencing manner. All right, she's being influencing to the to the lack of knowledge, to the simples. All right, come, let us take our fields of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. All right, and this talking about keeping her commandment. So now, next minute later, these strange philosophies, these strange ideologies make you do the things that they want to do. All right, it makes you not follow the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, but after your own lust. And it says what? Verse 19, for the good man is not at home. Well, it's talking about Yahweh Shai. He has gone a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. All right, so these strange philosophies are telling you that, look, you don't have to worry. Do our things, and because Yahweh Shai is not here. But scripture says that you should not do that, but you should be diligent, for Yahweh Shai is going to come like a thief in the night. All right, but these strange philosophies make you forget those things. All right, so if you don't discipline yourself, you will end up getting caught up in the world. All right, well, verse 21 says, with her much fair speech she caused him to yield, and with flattering of her lips she forced him. So technically, these philosophies start seducing you to the point where you're like, you just gives in. All right, and this will happen if you don't have discipline. You end up giving in and you start doing the things that you don't want to do. All right. So verse 22, it says, he goeth after her stray away as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of stock. Yeah, because as soon as you go into those strange philosophies and you don't discipline yourself to get away from those false philosophies, you end up being destroyed, because now you're being rest, you're living in the world, and then next, what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed with the world. Like I said, Micah 2:10, arising apart from this, not your rest, because it's polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Sore means painful. If you be seductive with these philosophies, you don't have discipline in yourself, you will end up being part of the world and you will be destroyed utterly. All right. Let's get another scripture, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was in Peter. Wow. Where's my phone? Slocky, I use two phones to do lessons, so I could like get the scripture, the other phone, another phone. I just, record. But that does not matter. I'll just get the scriptures. It says First Peter chapter 3, I believe verse 8. No. That's not it. Slovakia. Wow. Second Peter, Slovakia. Second Peter. Yeah, it says Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass with great noise, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that therein shall be burned up. Yeah. So scripture saying that the Most High is going to come down and destroy everything. Or with fervent heat means that he's going to use nuclear destruction. All right. And if you go to the second scripture, and my phone is acting up. Why is it doing that? Second Peter 3:8. Why is it doing that? Yeah. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation? That means if you know, since we know the Most High is going to be coming down here to destroy everything, what manner of man should we be? We should be serious in the truth. We shouldn't be slacking. We should apply discipline in ourselves to do the righteous things. Or we can't be slacking here and there and just and be laid back. Because these strange philosophies, like, it's all over the place. It's all over the streets. And will seduce you to do bad things. The things that you do not want to do. All right. It says, looking for the hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, day of Yahweh Shema Shai, where the heaven being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look in new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelling righteousness. All right. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent, be serious, be disciplined yourself, that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And I'm not saying that you're gonna be like, perfect in the truth, and you're gonna be 100%, not a failure. No, but always try to discipline yourself to do the righteous thing, and try to stay away from these strange philosophies. All right, because the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is coming down, and we know that. All right, I want to see. I want to get another one. Um, 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore, and rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. All right. So if you be serious in this truth and actually discipline yourself to do the things you need to do in this truth for the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, then Lord will you be called. All right. Um, It says 2 Timothy 2:4, no man that worth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai have chosen you, brothers, that's in the truth, to be a soldier for him. So do not entangle yourself with the affair of this world. That's meaning, like, don't try to be part of the world. Don't be prideful. Don't try to be there doing their customs. All right. Scripture says be holy, means be separate from them. Also, Scripture also says, "Love not the world, neither things are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." All right, so always try to apply discipline in your life to do the righteous things. All right, and what is righteous things? To follow Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because our goal in this truth is to be like Yahweh Shai, and to be like him, you have to, follow his ways. Discipline yourself to do so. But Lord, will you was edified by this lesson. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash for giving me spirit to do this lesson. I want to give double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone for teaching the truth by using precepts on precepts and line upon line. Shalom.